The biggest problem with the PlayStation 5 may have just been solved. Hey tubers, it's Ben the Curious Consumer, and today we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 5. It's in the news again, and right now it's in the news for the wrong reason. If you were one of the lucky ones to buy a PlayStation 5, you know that it only came with around 800 gigabytes of storage inside the system itself. Now, albeit that storage is super duper fast at like 7,000 megabytes per second. At that time when it was released, those storage drives weren't even out yet. So they only had about 600 and some odd gigabytes of usable storage there, which filled up quite quickly if you played a lot of PlayStation 5 games. Now, with the inception of PlayStation Plus and all of the other games that you can download back and forth, it's great, but space becomes a premium. Now, I'm not the first person to make videos about installing new drives onto your PlayStation 5, but the prices of those drives have been coming down significantly over the past few months. Just recently, I picked up a new drive, a 4 terabyte Power X drive from Silicon Power on Amazon. This drive, when I picked it up, was about $205. I think of the time of me making this video, it's dropped $5. But this was a drive that I've been keeping an eye out on because the prices were a lot cheaper than some of the other big name drives with similar performance. Now, doing some research behind the drive, the components that are on the board are the same components that are in the Fire CUDA drive by Seagate that has come out for the PlayStation 5 at much less the cost. So here I am today to talk to you about my experiences with the Power X drive, the XS70 drive specifically, and my experiences that I've had with it on my system. I put it in about a week ago, so here's some of the footage of me putting it into my system so you can see that the drive is actually inputted in my system. It's a very easy process, obviously, if you've never done this before, and there's tons of videos online to see how to do it. I'm going to let you watch how I did it while I talk. Now, like I said, 600 and some odd gigabytes internally in the system is great. However, it fills up quite quickly. The reason why the storage capacity is so important is because games are getting bigger. If you were to install Call of Duty right now, the game itself is over 100 gigabytes. So storage is just ridiculously just needed in these systems. And why, again, I understand, yes, the capacity had to stay similar. I wish it wasn't as similar. I wish they gave us a bigger capacity with the newer systems, but understanding that they're going with a faster technology makes it understandable. It's more expensive. It's the 4th gen of the M.2 SSDs. So these weren't even out before the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X got on the market. These were things that were just coming out. These were the pioneers, these companies. Now, the biggest issue that I have with digital content and gaming content in general nowadays is the fact that they use your internet to upload and download. Now, it would be perfect if you didn't have caps on your internet speeds. Unfortunately, there are people all over the world that have data caps. The data caps that are prevalent in most areas are like 1 terabyte of information per month. Now, if you go through that and you download, let's say, Call of Duty 10 times, or let's say you play games a lot and you do have a PlayStation Plus subscription, this becomes a big problem. Because now if you only have that regular internal storage of the PlayStation 5 at 600 and some odd gigabytes, you're going to have to delete a game and put it back onto the drive by downloading it from the internet. It just makes more sense to be able to do it internally. So if you put in your own hard drive, and they allow you to do that, to put in your own hard drives at the specific capacities that you want within specific parameters that Sony knows will give you the best performance, that makes a lot of sense. So doing that, a lot more people are going out and buying 1 terabyte drives, 2 terabyte drives, or even in this case, a 4 terabyte drive. Taking a look at this Silicon Power drive online, they had a 2 terabyte version for like $89, which is actually unheard of. It's really, really good. Now, this 4 terabyte drive is no slouch, however, and you're going to see that right here when I actually do the formatting of the drive. It comes in at about 5,800 and some odd megabytes per second. And the second test I did was about 6,000 megabytes per second. So it's actually pretty fast. Now, the M.2 2 terabyte version actually performs at about 6,500 megabytes per second. So I mean, there's some variance there, but not enough to make it noticeable when it comes to loading games or putting games on your system. Now, one of the little hiccups that I fell into on my system, and maybe this is because my external drive is not formatted for this system, it's formatted for my PlayStation 4 Pro, which I still play occasionally on the side, and I transfer drives in between. When I go to put a PlayStation 5 game on my external drive, now, yes, you cannot play from the external drive, but it doesn't show that I have that game on my drive. It just shows me that I lost that amount of space on my drive. So I put a couple of games on my external drive, like Spider-Man, in order to save the space so I could put the 4 terabyte drive in and then move it back over. When I went to move it back over, the PlayStation 5 games didn't show up in that external drive. Maybe it's my fault, or maybe that's a system issue. But what I did find is I went into my full library and was able to scroll through the full library and was able to see that I had to copy the game over, but it wouldn't show it if I went directly into my drive. So it didn't show up as a PlayStation 5 drive. Anyway, so I've been using this drive for about a week now, and the drive has been amazing. To be able to have an unlimited amount of storage, and you know I put in a 1 terabyte drive in about a year ago at this point, and that drive was fantastic. It was the Western Digital. I forgot what number it was, but it was a Western Digital drive. It was fantastic. The drive did what it needed to do, but I ran out of space again because I play so many games on my PlayStation. And with the PlayStation Plus subscription, being able to download games is great. Also, with data caps becomes an issue. So having that storage, having that ability to have extra storage in your system is amazing. And if you guys get an opportunity or have the money to be able to put in bigger storage into your system, the prices of storage are coming down so quickly nowadays. And this Silicon Power XS70 is no slouch. It is a great option for this. Keep an eye out on it, though. I think the price will maybe drop around Black Friday this year. So keep an eye out. I think this drive is going to be a hot seller. In this case, guys, I just wanted to let you know that this thing is good. So if you do get a chance to get one, the Silicon Power drives do work. Just make sure it's the Silicon Power drives that are compatible with PlayStation 5. Well, anything that does the 7,000 megabytes per second is usually recommended for that. This drive does that. So if you're looking for more storage, fix your PlayStation 5 problem now. Check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Ben, the Curious Consumer. I miss you guys. Life's been really busy. I haven't been able to get to many of these videos, but hopefully this video helps you out. Hopefully, if you're looking into getting one of these things, this does give you that confidence to buy it. Like I said, I haven't had any issues with this over the last week and a half that I've had it in here, or week plus that I've had it in my system. It's been working flawlessly. Guys, again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that little bell notification down below so it notifies you every time I make a new video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, stay curious. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!